family violence is usually caused by misunderstanding, jealousy, anger, and even for no reason. Have you guys ever heard about the shoes wall before? It is a significant example of family violence. On two walls in a neighborhood in Turkey, there are 440 pairs of high heel shoes, each representing a woman's life lost at the hands of her husband.
They said that dream was just the brain activity, where electrical signals pass through your mind during sleep. And they proved it through some MRI pictures of the brain. First, random waves of neurons ascend from the brainstem to the cerebral cortex, where it is synthesized into higher level information like visual image and sounds.
And I'm here today to ask you a question. What do you think about life pressure? Okay, just raise your hand if yesterday you had a bad day because some pressure from the generation gap or academic pressure. Well, it seems little, but anyway, we have to start. It is estimated each year tens of thousands of people commit suicide due to depression in Vietnam. 2.5 more than the number of people who die from the traffic accident. So what is the reason why people have pressure in their life? So after my research, we have two causes of pressure. First is the pressure created by oneself. It's called self-pressure. For example, I'm studied to 3 a.m. a few weeks ago because I want to have a good result in my final exam. Second is the pressure created by people's expectation of you. It can call social pressure.
Cortisol is a steroid hormone, a concentrated and anti-stress hormone. This is an illustration about cortisol. This is an experience of while walking in two different places. Before walking, the level cortisol of people who walk in the urban environment is 10.3 nanomole per liter. And people who walk in the forest environment is 9.8 nanomole per liter. But these two numbers are not too far away. After walking, the level cortisol of people who walk in the urban environment is 10.3 nanomole per liter. But walking in the forest much better than in the urban environment because it reduced significantly. It reduced about 1.4 nanomole per liter. Now we can see the gap is very far away. We find walk in the forest much better than in the city. So if you want to walk, you can go to the forest. If the forest is too far, you can go to the park.
Which in the past was the exclusive domain of the so-called witch doctors or traditional healers. These pastors have been involved in the torturing and even killing of accused children. In Akwa Ibom State and Cross River State of Nigeria, around 15,000 children have been accused, with 1,000 murdered between 2000 and 2010. Some pastors attempt to establish a reputation for spiritual power by detecting child witches, usually following a death or a loss within a job of a family or an accusation of financial fraud against the pastors. In the course of exorcism, accused children may be starved, beaten, mutilated, set on fire, or buried alive, while some church leaders and Christian activists have been spoken out strongly against these abuses,
improving the quality of education. Taxes are a good and effective way to get enough money for education and helping the poor. Many developed countries use a tax system that takes more money from the rich and less from the poorer people. This way, everyone pays what they can afford and contributes to the better development of the country. Why does the big companies get this responsibility? Because once the quality of education improves, the quality of human resources increases, and the companies also get this benefit from the high-skilled labor force.
It is a lucrative. Microalgae are at the very core of combating climate change. Since half of the oxygen in the world is produced by microalgae, Serbian scientists have investigated and then invented a product called the lucrative.
And I agree with that. But the next day he come and asked me to buy a snack for him, but more. But I denied it immediately because I know he was using this tactic. Lastly, passive aggressions. passive aggressions, it is said that they will make you angry by giving you a silent treatment or refusing or denying to talk with you or using sarcastic humor.
The familiar go up again and make us feel less creeped out. Well, not really, but better than the last one. And at 100%, it's a human. So we call this the uncanny valley theory. I have some example of the uncanny valley theory. You can see yourself. So who invented this theory? Professor Mori did this first in 1978, and he did that again, and it's recorded. And here is one of his slides about the graph. It's more detailed than mine, right? But I'm not talking about this one. I'm talking about the two questions I included. For the design issue, I predict it is possible to create a safe level of affinity by deliberately pursuing a non-human design. Or for the science issue, why were we equipped with this urea sensation? Is it essential for human beings? Let's answer the first one. We can decrease the risk of uncanny by making a non-human robot like this one, but it's still cute. Or if we try to make a human robot, we have two problems. The first one is we'll end up with an uncanny robot like this one, or we're gonna crash the clone evaluation effect, which states that some people don't like clones of humans.
Calculator was invented to aid students in learning and applying mathematical concepts, solving concept equations, performing calculations, and verifying results. Calculators can enhance understanding, increase efficiency, and enable students to focus on higher level problem solving rather than manual computations.
Here we have a global that's angled at 33.5 degrees. Its true southern northern hemisphere is receiving indirect sunlight. The southern northern hemisphere is angled toward the sun. If we shine the flashlight directly on the northern hemisphere, we see it light up a certain area.
Earthquake simply means when the earth quakes and shakes. The tectonic plates are always slowly moving. However, they stuck at their edges through friction. When the stress on the edge overcomes the friction, there's an earthquake that releases energy in waves.
Space, there's no gravity, so the blood will go up to your head. If your eyes are red and you have a headache, then don't worry because that was blood pressure. And astronauts exercise every day because if they don't, their bone will break. So we need to make gravity by making centrifugal force because centrifugal force equals artificial gravity. I believe that in the future, the human will live in space and explore more about space. So we need to make the technology to protect our body from the space hazards. Thank you for listening.
So, the hardest challenge of when you're going to school is the lack of funding. But what is find funding? Find funding is like you find money, and here are two ways that you can find funding. So first way, you can ask help from the government and from community. Second way, you can go outside and ask public people if they can donate you or they can fund you some money. What are the challenges of when you're going to school? So you need to hire qualified teachers and staffs, but why?
Lunar New Year started in San Dynasty when people celebrate sacrifices to worship the god of physically established in Han Dynasty and spread widely until now.
Once go into the event horizon, they got in falling particle, and the next one goes out. So they are the parent particle, they can break up. So the infalling particle moving out and brings a massive black hole out. So the black hole started to fade it.
The largest desert on Earth called the Sahara Desert. And this is Sahara Desert in the past. In the past, Sahara deserts were it was the largest tropical rainforest on Earth. And
So my question is, why Sahara become a desert?
Non-carbon dioxide climate impact mean aviation accounts for 3.5% of global warming. Emitting carbon dioxide from burning fuel planes affect other gases and pollutants in the atmosphere, like water vapor, soot, sulfur aerosols, and water controls. We don't yet have the technologies to decarbonize air travel. The key challenge that is very hard to decarbonize, like to reduce emissions, such as the power of the road transport. There are some design concepts emerging. Abroad, for example, we have the first zero emissions aircraft by 2035 using the hydrogen fuels cells and the electricities. So conclusion, first, we need to save attention and protect our environment and everyone. Second, we need to remove the fuel of the plane from the gas fuel to the gas fuel, to the electric or the hydrogen fuel, because they are safe to the environment.
So, this is a switch of the landing gear. Next is the level of the flaps. So you see on the left side is a 7879, while on the right side is 78710.
How telescope change people's concept and perspective. They believe that the planets and the sun are around the earth. But Galileo changed the concept that the earth is around the sun. The telescope is not only the telescope, but it can change our concept. The solar system is not the big one in the universe. There are more solar systems like black hole, galaxies, and Milky Way.
Passes between the sun and earth, completely blocking the face of the sun. People located in the center of the moon, when it has earth will experience eclipse. The sky be darkened as it were dawn or dusk. Albert Einstein presented famous field equations to the world. Now space and time are four-dimensional thing called space-time, and it can be warped by mass and energy. Conclusion: Einstein's curiosity created general relativity using the phenomenon of the eclipse, and general relativity distributes for the development of technology. Therefore, we should ask more curious questions to innovate our technology of humanity. Thank you for your listening.
Waterfall from a tap to the border of the dam to generate electricity. Fourth, we walk, sit, and stand comfortably due to gravitational force. Sir Isaac Newton is also famous for his invention of calculus. Calculus is the type of mathematics he used to understand how things move around in the universe. Supercomputers are very important for humans because it can help people make predictions for the future. For example, if tomorrow will rain and people go outside, they will maybe get sick. So supercomputers will tell them, tomorrow will rain and snow, please don't go outside.
11.3 for weight and 9.8 meter per second square for acceleration. So we have the answer is around 111 Newton. So to compare this, we still have a missed variable, which is the human wingspan. So we need to calculate.
Nervous system carry this sensing through the spinal cord and go up to the brain. But when a hand and leg disappear and it changes the way the signal is transmitted at the station of transmission pathway. At this part, the nerve is thicker and becomes sensitive.
As natural research for future generation. Thus, what do people do on Earth Day? People celebrate Earth Day to protect the planet from things like pollution, global warming, diseases.
Athena and her strange birth. According to the legend, Zeus' first wife was Metis, not Hera. Metis and Zeus had the first child believed to be a girl. When the birthday was approaching, the mother goddess Gaia told Zeus that this child would be the boy. So he decided to do the same as his father and swallow his pregnant wife. Not long after that, Zeus had severe headache. Zeus ordered his youngest son to hit his head with a hammer. After that, Zeus screw crack in two, and from that crack flew out the young woman with neat martial art uniform, sword in hand and bow in hand. That is the goddess Athena.
Here we look at how they're the same and how they're different. This helps us put them into groups. They have many types like crow-tail battlefish, pastel battlefish, spade-tail battlefish, dragon battlefish, half-moon battlefish, cocktail battlefish, and more types. And each type has one different design, and one design is beautiful.
Jenny nicknamed Eager because she looks hot no matter what she wears. This is Jenny. Jenny released many good songs, but the song You and Me stood above them on and topped the solo chart on K-pop. This is You and Me.
I don't wanna fall, don't wanna play this game of love. Oh, there's nowhere to hide.
Don't regret, don't hating yourself. Just let all of the mistakes caused by your weakness in the past and reach reward. No one is perfect, no one is the same. You just let all of the mistakes in the past and reach to the forward. And thank you for your listening.
Xin được cảm ơn Tina.